What's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for watching today. My name is Savannah, and if you're new here, welcome as always. We are back in Tolly Zoo, which is our franchise zoo, and last time we added these little lemur guys. There are a bit of some moonwalking issues that we will have to fix today, but we got them kind of settled in. We also expanded and relocated our tortoise enclosures, but today, you guys, we must not dilly-dally. We must not waste our time. We have preparations to do. So what I want to do in today's episode is I want to finish off some things. I want to kind of finish this off, maybe finish it off over there. We absolutely need to add education, trash cans, donation bins, benches, all the things that the guests need. Maybe finish this off a little bit. It's going to be an overhaul episode because if you guys haven't seen it already, I don't know how you've missed it, but the Africa pack has been announced and it comes out in just a few days. So I want to make sure that this episode we tie up some loose ends, get things going, and in the time lapse be real productive so that during our next episode we can add one of those new animals. Now, the decision is not mine to make alone. What I need you guys to do is let me know down in that comment section. Let me know which animal from the Africa pack that you would like to see in Tolly Zoo first. We have the white rhino, the meerkat, and the fennec fox, but of course the African penguin. So those are our 4 options that we have to choose from. So please do let me know which is your favorite. Let me go ahead and tackle some of these things that we got going on here. Wow, 3 out of 4 are vending machine issues. What a shocker. Maybe we should just get rid of vending machines altogether. Wow, but look at all that mechanic research. That's fantastic. So let's just go ahead and make sure there's a mechanic here. I am really not going to worry about work zones or anything like that today because we're too busy. We're far too busy. We have to be productive. We have to get this done. Oh no, disease discovered. How about we come get this elephant? That would be great. Thank you. All right. So let me go ahead and head over here. We need to add education. I brought this over because I wanted to try to see if this would fit or if I need to extend it. I think I have to extend it a little bit, but this is kind of what we had already over in the other tortoise enclosure. So I was hoping, I think I made it a little bit bigger. Yeah, I did. So we'll have to do some tweaking with that. Maybe we'll do that in the time lapse, but you guys get the point. The point was a secondary barrier to keep these guys away from this actual fence so that they don't throw things or stick their fingers in and stuff like that. But we have 1 donation bin here. Let's just go ahead and duplicate it so that it stays. Oh, there's another donation bin there. Great. Oh, okay, apparently I forgot. I did add some donation bins, but just not a ton. Let's go ahead and get a couple more right here and right here. I didn't add trash cans, clearly, because they are taking complete advantage of the fact that there's not any trash cans down and throwing their litter all over the floor, like the monsters that they are. We can come through here and kind of clean this up a little later, but for now, I do just want to make sure that there are... Why can it not go there? Does that count that as like an elevated path? How strange. I guess it is technically... Oh, I guess it is elevated. I'll give it that. Okay. Anyway, I just want to get these down because trash means that guests are going to start to get upset very quickly, even though they're doing it to themselves. We are not forcing them to litter. They're just doing it on their own volition, but even still they will complain, so we want to make sure that we have this stuff down here, and then we'll go ahead and put some benches. That way if they do get out here, they have a nice place to rest. We'll do a couple of them in the back of these. Ooh, that's gonna be difficult. It's gonna want to snap, isn't it? Let's do there, and please don't snap. Please don't snap. No, I almost got it. I was so close. Oh, come on. It's all right, guys. We'll get it. Oh, okay. There. Good enough. Great. Bench and bench. Awesome. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, last but certainly not least, I know I could have brought over... Wait, where am I going? I was in the right menu, and then I got out of the menu. I know I could have brought over the education from the other exhibit, but I honestly couldn't remember, and this is going to sound so silly, I couldn't remember when I was moving over the education boards which habitat had which tortoise in it, and I couldn't be bothered to like look it up and switch it. So if I put down blank ones, it'll actually just suggest the one that's closest to it, so we will get the right tortoise species. I know, how lazy does that sound? It sounds incredibly lazy, but I'm okay with it because that's exactly why I didn't just bring it over from the other enclosure. All right, so we'll get that there. So see, if we click on this, not that, this. Can I have this, please? Thank you. Galapagos, see? Picks the closest one. Pro tip, if you're lazy, just place it down. Uh-oh, we don't have power on that one. Great. So that'll be the next thing that we have to do, but let's just go ahead and get these assigned. Aldabra right there, Aldabra. We can probably just put down a solar panel over here actually, because it's kind of out in the open and we're not, we can't be bothered with decorating power facilities right now. Where's the solar panel? Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, because if we put one right here, that powers everything. Yeah, great. Perfect. And we'll make it look a little bit prettier later, or maybe change it out for an actual power plant generator is the name of that, so that we can get a larger range. But for now, that works. Okay, let's go ahead and hit play. Make sure everybody's happy. Let's get rid of a little bit of this grass that's growing through the path here, because that's one of my biggest pet peeves. There, let's see. Let me grab, I just need a random caretaker, please, because we need some major help cleaning up this area over here. Go, get to it. Beautiful. What's going on over here? Diseased animal. We already called the vet. They're in the process. Thank you. And awesome. Bunch of people in our zoo that we can't say hi to, and some goals for us. Great. That was, that's bad. Let me see. Can we actually move this to where it's not going to have a major impact, but still filter all the water? We're going to have to add another one down for that now that I'm realizing. Yeah, we can move it there. I think that should be out of the way, hopefully. And then let's just go ahead and duplicate it and see if we can't just put it back over here. I think is all right. There we go. Now that's taken care of. It's always the water and things. Uh-oh, is it a lemur? Ugh, it's a lemur. Okay, so grab that. Pause. What you guys suggested actually is this, and you're totally right. I did sink this down into the ground. So let's see. The suggestion was that if we raise this up out of the ground, it won't have them moonwalk out of the enclosure anymore. Can I even see where this meets the ground? There we go. And yeah, hopefully that will work, because I really do like that climbing structure there. Let's see. Does that hit the top? No, it doesn't. Okay, let's see if that fixes it. I sure hope it does. Let's see, oh, he was coming over here, but now he's not. We'll just have to see. I'll let it play for just a little bit and see if that doesn't fix it. We got to get this waterfall put together. It looks so sad. Estan would be so disappointed. Animal, oh no. Really? You guys can't? I checked, didn't I? Maybe I didn't check. You're neutral. What the hell? You cannot, no. I do not accept. I do not accept the stressing of the animals. Where are those signs? Am I just blind? Habitat. They're not in here. Where are those signs? Did I completely just forget? You guys, I'm sure you're yelling at the screen right now. Oh, security. Yeah, I know you guys are yelling at the screen. That's how infrequently I use these. So let's go ahead and sink these down just to see if it helps, because I really don't want to deal with other stressed animals. And I like this enclosure, so I don't want to make it one-way glass. But we'll have to see. Let's see if that works. Let's check our security. Security. Okay, that's all covered. So We'll have to see. Maybe we can give them some more places to hide, some more hard shelter. I don't actually think do they have a hard shelter requirement? Yeah, but it's met already. So wherever they can go under is already met. So hopefully that will resolve itself, because otherwise we are going to have some very angry lemurs. Let's see. Social group, stress. Yeah. Uh-oh, this is making me worry. Because as soon as they come out, they get all freaked out because of these guests here. Oh boy. We might have to change out and put like some of these, make them solid, and then obviously change them to like one-way glass or concrete or something like that so the guests can't see through. But we'll tackle that later. I'm gonna hit pause because that's stressful. I don't want it to attract protesters. Water treatment in excess. Oh, really? When I moved you back, you broke the path? That is not helpful at all. Thank you. There you go. Oh, and I forgot. Do we need to put that into a work zone? Work zones. No, let's edit work zone. Isn't it just on an everything work zone? Aren't all the mechanics? That's no work zone. Mechanics are okay. Yeah, so we're fine. So they'll still tend to that one. Great. Okay. All right, you guys, I think it's time-lapse time, and I think, ooh, and actually now that I'm looking at this, how perfect is this tiny area for maybe fennec fox or meerkat? I'm so excited for the new pack, you guys. I hope you guys are too, but do let me know which animal you want to see first. But for now, let's go ahead and get into the time-lapse. And we're gonna focus over here first. We're gonna focus on our lemur friends. So let's not waste any time. Let's get going. So did you guys hear that there's an Africa pack coming out? It's like a new DLC that just got announced, and everybody's super excited about it. I've been hearing, a couple words here and there of what we might expect, but yeah, no, with all jokes aside, I am super, super excited, like I'm sure I've already said at the beginning of this episode, for the Africa pack coming out. So that's really what the driving force behind this episode was for us today, is I wanted to make sure that we kind of tied up a few of those loose ends so we could dive into making brand new habitats in the next episode. So figured this was a pretty good episode as just kind of a maintenance episode and finishing up that lemur habitat. And we don't actually finish it. I don't think it would really be a Tolly Zoo episode if we completely finished something in one episode. So we still have some stuff to do, but make a lot of progress. I do some renovations on the front part of the zoo, the kind of the entrance plaza, I guess, if you want to call it. I'm trying to figure out a good kind of shade structure to implement there. I just feel like there's this big open space right when you walk in after the entrance of Tolly Zoo, and we need to figure out something to put there. So if you do have ideas for that, do let me know. But jumping into this habitat right off the bat, we are getting started with this waterfall, and I just wanted it to feel like a fairly simple little waterfall, just like a little water feature, right? Because the lemurs don't swim, they won't use this at all. So we ended up just using those waterfall pieces from the aquatic pack because they're nice and easy, simple to use, making these little rock shelves that look like that's where the false, water's coming out of, because obviously this is an artificial waterfall, so it would be like, water pumped from a plumbing system or something like that. And then I actually decide to put climbing frames up and around the waterfall so that even though the lemurs can't use the waterfall, they can run around the waterfall and use it kind of like a jungle gym area, and it just adds some more climbing for them. So overall, I am pretty happy with how this comes out. There is still much to do though, because these lemurs are proving difficult for many reasons. The most annoying reason being that they keep escaping. I had no idea. I've never really built for the lemurs before, especially not in a franchise zoo, so that I wasn't really worried if they could escape or not. If I'm building in sandbox, I make it look like they can't escape, but if the game says they can, it's no big deal because we're not actually playing with it. We're just building and watching it. But franchise is very different. I have to make sure that they don't escape. So we do end up, we did fix that morphing issue already, the one where the logs were sunk into the ground, and hopefully that stops that moonwalking problem. But new problem that I find out, I think I find out before I end the episode, or maybe I found out when I was trying to take the screenshot and it was playing a little bit, because I was trying to take the screenshot for the episode, and then like I hit G, and so the UI disappears, right? And so I'm not looking at any alerts or anything like that. And then, you know, I press G again, a UI comes up, and then all of a sudden, like, every single lemur that's in here is just running wild through the zoo. It was complete chaos. So I think I figured it out after I was done filming. I can't remember now. I actually filmed all this on Monday, and it's now Thursday, the night before that you're going to see this. So I can't quite remember when I figured it out. But long story short, I think it was because I had the logs of that climbing structure that are going up and around the waterfall. I had them kind of sunken into the wall, so when the lemurs were going to climb them, I think they were attempting to climb down them from the platforms, and then they were morphing through the wood panel wall and just escaping that way. So headaches aside, hopefully we get them figured out, we get them kind of dialed in. You know, we're dealing with their stress issues. We finished the roof off there. I cut most of that out because it was super repetitive, and it actually took me a really long time. I had to like take a break and come back to it because it was just kind of tedious and mind-numbing after a while. But here is where we're implementing some of the structure that I'm hoping will help their stress. We make this little rock wall and kind of sink it into the enclosure here. Change out where that rock wall is. Instead of the chain link fence, we're going to do like the plaster wall, so it's a solid wall. And then I also make a little rock wall on the inside that kind of comes out from this one, so the lemurs have more to hide behind. And now we have two specific viewing areas. I'm also curious to see, you know, update 1.6 was announced, and they announced Vista points with that. And if you guys aren't new to, like, Planet Coaster had Vista points, and they're super useful. But I'm wondering if we can use those to help with the stress of the animals. So like if we use a Vista point on a habitat, will the guests only go to that point of the habitat to view it, or will they continue to go everywhere? That's just got a little special bonus for them looking at the specific Vista point that you are pointing out. So I'll be really curious to see how they're actually implemented into Planet Zoo as opposed to when they were in Planet Coaster, and if we can possibly utilize those for both the jaguars, since we've been having problems with the jaguar and their stress levels with the guests, and also the lemurs, since they seem to be getting stressed out. So I'll be curious. That's probably one of the things I'm most excited about for 1.16. If you guys didn't catch it, I did do an entire video kind of talking about the update 1.6. Did I say 16? I meant 1.6. Update 1.6 is coming to Planet Zoo on the 22nd, the same day that the Africa Pack launches. So I did a video, it's on the channel, you can go check it out. It talks about everything that we're going to be seeing in Planet Zoo coming on the 22nd for free. So even if you aren't planning to pick up the DLC, you can check that out and see everything that's coming to just the base game for free. Very excited about it, to be honest. It's one of the biggest updates since they kind of announced billboards, although I will say with the billboards, that was kind of the only thing that came with that update that was really like super game changing or noteworthy, right? This one has a few things, so I'm pretty excited about it. Not even to mention the Africa Pack itself, right? I know I'm probably done a lot of talking about it, but I'm very excited for it. I was really excited for the aquatic pack, like I am excited for the Africa Pack, so that's what I would equate it to. You know, the aquatic pack, we did get diving animals, but we also got a bunch of super useful pieces. But if you think back to the aquatic pack, I think the build piece count was like only like 120 or something like that. Maybe 150. I can't remember off the top of my head, but this new Africa Pack is 180 pieces, and I cannot wait to get my hands and see my hands on it and see what comes with the game. I was severely missing those build pieces in the Southeast Asia animal pack, so I'm super excited to get some fresh build pieces and see what we can implement into the zoo. The trailer made it look really versatile. As far as I could tell, a lot of that stuff was flexi colored, a lot of it. And in the trailer breakdown video that I did, I spotted a little trellis piece in the background of one of the little screenshots that we took, and I am hoping with everything I have, I want that individual trellis piece and I want it to be recolorable. That would make me so incredibly happy. I will be so excited if that actually happens. But we'll have to wait and see. It comes out in only a couple days, so once we get our hands on it, we will dive in and make some beautiful habitats. But back to what we're doing now. So I actually was watching, I believe it was Ruble Trillion's video, and he was talking about his entrance plaza, and he did something like this with benches and kind of using these little he didn't use the bamboo. I think he used like the wooden beams kind of thing, but made these kind of little planted areas for the entrance of his zoo, and I really liked how it looked. It looked super simple, but also very realistic, so I kind of sort of took some inspiration from that and implemented it here for these little blank spots to make them look more like they are a planned out and thought out part of the zoo rather than just these little blank square dirt patches, right? So we kind of raise up the ground so they look like they're a planted bed of foliage rather than just, level on the ground. Implement these benches that they can actually use. I do copy it over to the other blank dirt area as well, but I couldn't get the benches to quite line up the way I wanted to, and we were already so far into the episode I wasn't going to go back and kind of tweak where I had put those art shapes. So the other ones don't work, but the first ones do. And I think it looks so much better. It gives it just like a nice finished, polished kind of look, like I said, more like it's planned out, more like it's supposed to be there, more like, when they were laying out the zoo, they kind of thought about where these little break spots would be, kind of filtering guests into certain locations. And yeah, I'm very happy with how it kind of gives a little bit more of a planned look to the plaza. I did mention already, I believe, that I am struggling for shade structure or something in the middle of like the big open spot. You may have seen me delete some path and then put it back. I was trying to see what I could kind of delete and maybe rework the path, but I originally, when I built the zoo, I built it all on a grid, so all that gridded path is connected, and you saw it deleted like the majority of the path, so I was not going to mess with that because it wasn't going to look nice, or if to get it to look nice was going to take a whole lot of effort. So let me know if you have any ideas for the front entrance plaza there, maybe like a statue or I don't know, some signage or something like that. I still want to cover that other dirt patch that's right in front of the entrance, but we'll get to that later. I do add a hippo statue here, and I know we don't have hippos in the zoo yet. We have pygmy hippos, but we don't have hippos, full-size hippos. Real hippos, I guess? Pygmy hippos are real hippos, but they're just tiny. Anyway, I just thought it fit well, and I like the color and that kind of theme of that style statue, and I just figured it fit the tropical theme the best. So we finished this up, and then we actually move over to our Indian elephants here in just a second. See, this is me messing with shade structures, and I didn't like it, so I deleted it. But anyway, we're gonna move over to our Indian elephants anytime now, and actually implement a additional viewing area like I was talking about last time. So we go over there and I create this little dry moat and then just an alternate viewing area, so you can kind of walk up to the main viewing area, watch them splash around, play in the water, but then you go around the side of the enclosure and you can watch them in like their little shelter area. Like I said, it's like got a dry moat, so it keeps the Indian elephants back a ways and keeps the guests safe and everything like that. And I actually completely forgot that we went over and did this to the tortoise habitat. So before we get to what I was just talking about, we make a pit stop at the tortoises. And really all I add during this time lapse here is those little fence pieces and kind of mess with some of the facilities a bit. I don't do too much to the tortoise habitat. We need to revisit and work more on the roof and the backstage area, but I'll save that for another time because I really wanted to get some of these habitats, so the Indian elephant and the lemurs lemurs kind of more squared away, a little bit more finished, so I didn't feel like we were leaving them like so unfinished and I would feel bad about moving on to another animal species. But we have to move on to another animal species because we have new animals coming. So this is where I'm putting in the dry moat. It's very, very simple, just a nice, plain, simple little dry moat here, utilizing the same kind of technique that we were utilizing for the inside of the habitat in using the Australian beams that came with the Australian pack. I didn't recolor them. I need to recolor them the same color as the ones that are sectioning off the foliage inside. But then I also wanted to add on either side of this dry moat, which I don't already, or I don't do in this time lapse. I wanted to add a couple more planters with some foliage to kind of frame it, kind of like we did with the viewing area over the water, just so there's some trees and plants coming up on either side and give it some greenery and stuff. But we'll have to block it off so it makes it look like the elephants can't get to it and mess it all up. But yeah, that's what we're gonna end this time lapse with. We have a few more things to do at the end of the episode. It's not too long of an episode today. I honestly just wanted to get it hurry up, recorded, and finished because I have lots of planning to do. So let's get back. All right, so let's go over some plans. We were fairly productive. We'll start over here because that's just where we are. So we added this other secondary little viewing area, or the start of, at least, for our Indian elephants. Sorry, not our African elephants. Let me go ahead and double check. I didn't check right after I was done building, but their traversable space. Oh, I need to move the barrier. That would also help, huh? That way the game doesn't think that they can escape, which would be awesome. And while we're doing this, I will apologize. My doggos are in my office with me, so if you hear some collar jingling or some random noises, that's what that is, because they are supposed to be laying still like good little dogs, but every once in a while they get up and shake and move around and things like that. Hello, can I place this somewhere? Thank you, that would be great. Awesome. All right, let's make sure that this is big enough for them. Yeah, so now we're in the green. Perfect. So that's exactly what I wanted. We'll fix that little bit of escapable area over there at a later date, but we have this second little viewing area here. We obviously need to cap it off with the continuation of this, but wanted to make like a little dry moat there so that they're still on the same level, but obviously they can't escape or get to the guests at all. So pretty happy with that. We didn't do too much with the tortoise habitat. You guys have watched the time lapse, so all little details put in. We will continue with that. We still got to obviously finish the back of this building. But the biggest thing that we finished is over here, and I am so much happier with how this is starting to look here. Added a few more little details just for like guest detailing and stuff, you know, as we walk in, little entrance area with some plants and things. I adjusted this, so hopefully we'll see if this helps with the lemur stress and all that. But the plans that I want to talk about, because I'm sure I talked about all of that in the time lapse, is over here. Was thinking, let's see, I wonder, can we do this real quick? I'm just very curious to see what the area is like over here. Let's go to null barriers. Because I'm wondering if this area will be big enough for either the fennec foxes or the meerkats. I don't have my heart set on this area, so if you guys have a better idea, do let me know. But let's just see how much area we're actually working with here to kind of tell if it's even plausible. Oh yeah, so that's like 632 square meters. I think the tortoises only require like 200 and something. If we look at their Zoopedia, yeah, they only require 230. So I imagine the meerkats and the fennec foxes are going to be very similar. So I think this might be a perfect little location here for one of them. Or maybe the African penguins. I don't know. But anyway, so that area is totally viable. My other thought too, because I just kind of wanted to continue extending out this way, was possibly to move this kind of back over here, make this, obviously this is going to be another little staff area we talked about, I think in the last episode. If not, that's my plan, is to make this another like staff area with a staff facilities and stuff like that. Is make a little exhibit right here as you pass by, and maybe we can continue the path, can cut here and come around and make another little small loop over here somehow. So that was the plan for that. I'm gonna go ahead and hit play. We're playing on paused a lot, so go ahead and hit play. We'll go ahead. I was so hoping. Oh, are you stressed because you're in a box? That might help if you're not in a box. How about you? Are you in a box too? No, you just got out of your box. Okay, well their social's much better. Let's see. So now we have like 2 little separate viewing areas in here. Excuse me. Ooh, I like this. I like this view with the waterfall. Ooh, oh no, who is it? Oh, our Barbarossa. That's so sad. I hate when they die I hate when they die, period. I was gonna say, I hate when they die at the end of the episode because I feel like we end on such a sad note. Wow, that's a lot of piggies. Look at them all enjoying their meal. Oh, and then it's just in the background. Oh, it's so sad. Okay, well, the vet will come get him. We're not gonna look at that right now. Oh, it's making us look at it again. Okay. Feeding station cannot be reached. Ooh, oh. Because I put this rock here. So let's see if moving this will help with the staff traversable area. I put that rock there just for viewing purposes so that the lemurs would have something more to hide behind. Let's check, because we can now, right? Staff traversable. There we go. Okay, so they can reach it now. Great. Awesome. No, 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 no. 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 Stop. Did we get it in time? You naughty, naughty little aardvarks. Bad. Don't do that. Okay, great. We'll have to look at the aardvarks in the next episode too. But my main goal was to prepare us for adding another animal, and I think we have successfully done that. Wow, this sure is busy over here. What? How are you doing that? How the heck? Gosh, these lemurs are a pain in the butt. I bet somehow they're morphing on top of this. Maybe when we put a roof, that'll really help it. Oh, I didn't put a little decal in here. Let's go ahead and go to construction and go to props, right? Yeah, decals, great. And get a drain. This is the one that I like. And go ahead and put a drain there and a drain here. Perfect. Add that little extra detail. I love it. But yeah, I think somehow they're morphing onto the top of here, and then they were able to just run that way. Uh-oh, facility. Call a mechanic, because they're constantly breaking down. Feeding station cannot be reached. I thought we just fixed that. Did we not just fix that? Let's see. Can we just move this then? Maybe we'll move this back over here. Like so. And then maybe move this so that it is a little bit more out of the way. Does that work? Let's see if that works. It was yellow. Doesn't yellow mean that it can be reached? Okay, there. Now that is 100% reachable. If the keepers are still complaining about that, I disagree. Because that is totally reachable. Excuse me, you guys. I'm so sorry. I have something in my throat. Let me take a drink of water real quick. We got some more research. Awesome. We are almost done with basically all of the research. Is there anything out? What is this? Oh, it just means research was done. I've never seen a little gift. I've never come into this menu when research has been done. I've never seen it be a little gift. That was kind of cool. Yeah, this is literally the last little research that we have to do. What about vet stuff? We don't have anybody on vet research. Bad. Okay. Lemurs, and then disease. Okay, now that's fixed. That's great. Oh, we did foot and mouth disease. We completed, and canine distemper. That's awesome. And Bordetella. That's great. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. So I think I'm gonna end it there, you guys. I am currently baking in my office. It's like 80 degrees at, what time is it? 8:45 at night. It gets so humid and gross upstairs in my office, but I turned my fan off so it wouldn't be in the background noise. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode because of that, and because I think we are all set up for adding a new animal right here, maybe here. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what animal you are most excited for in this Africa pack that's coming out in just a few days. I'm so excited, and I hope you guys are too. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go watch our let's watch our little baby elephant here as we say goodbye for the episode. So, as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, do consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. Keep up with all of our shenanigans and what we are going to get up to with the new pack, because if I haven't said it enough already, I am super excited and I have some big plans. So, without anything else to say, any more information for you guys, and without babbling on for any longer, I will go ahead and sign off. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!